Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending where you are. It is Monday the 15th of December, and we are trading Nasdaq. And let's have a look what we can see. Straight away I can see there's a support turning into resistance, potentially. But that's not relevant at the moment. So, what can we see? Let me open my TradeZilla for a little bit of a notebook. Since I'm logging every day. First, let's have a look at the news. And I'm not interested in all of this. Oh. Today, nothing. Tomorrow, NFP. And then inflation. CPI. Well, that's great. So we're gonna NFP tomorrow. And Thursday is CPI. I'm not writing down the other things. But yeah, NFP always a good one. So the monthly, what can we see here? Well, we can see that we've dipped down last month. And I wouldn't be surprised if this month we actually get down there again. Something along these lines. Like first you dip down and then next thing you see is you actually close lower. Difficult to believe that we just keep on ripping. But anyways, far away. Then the weekly. I mean, the weekly still looks like we could just keep going, but you only keep going once you close above this again, because now you have a bearish engulfing here, another bearish engulfing, and remember, this is how that top was built. First you give in a bit, then you try again, and then you just completely give in. So can we see the same thing again? And right now, I mean, this is where we started. We have taken the previous week low, so we can come all the way back to the close, and everything is still fine to just sell off again. No example here. So this would be the weekly close, which is a major resistance, basically somewhere in between here and there. So that's that. And then the daily. Well, it's never a good thing if you just close through all the EMAs. But this is so far just liquidity grab. So far liquidity. This used to be a daily. If not support, you shall turn to resistance. So along the lines of this. Whoa, what's wrong with my mouse? Keeps jumping. Not very great. So this is a daily level. No, not this color. So this can trace back. Let me see, this whole thing here hasn't even gone back to the 0.5. Quite a bullish setup so far. So yeah, I would see it as where we are. This can be resistance for now, given that we have just been going up today. Or keeps pumping, fills way more, and reaches this next level. But it only makes a long wick. And then we close down here. Also likely. So I would ignore this one and put a daily up here. So likely to retest one of the two dailies above. So we are unfortunately still bullish on this time frame. So if not support, then resistance. How did that line up? Exactly. It lines up exactly. There is no wick here, is that right? Is the high and open? There is a negligible wick. So, but we can just squeeze up all the way. This generally is not a good low here then. This can just move down, but tomorrow, not today. Yeah. Can squeeze up on 4 hour. Also getting up to the 50 here. So this is actually bearish. And then the 1 hour. This is obviously, there should be the 4 hour somewhere, yeah, perfect. And then that will be the most important 1 hours, this and that. So this is liquidity here. And this is important here. Oh, this would be so great. Wick down, and I don't think they were going to reach these. That would be way too much of a retracement. But below here is liquidity, because that would fake out all the, oh, there's a fair value gap, we must be doing something. And in fact, the only thing it does is it just creates another step for going higher. But yeah, the liquidity is just down here. Wick down and continue. Oop, bing bing. Wick down on NY open, then continue filling gap. This is obviously a good target as well. We do have 2 volume levels in between. Okay, that's pretty much the analysis. So I quite like this scenario. Since there are no 4 hours, 1 hour is the only thing on the chart. This is what we're looking for. Just look. If we manage to come down here, then great. I don't have big hopes. So this will be the most important one. So as always, we're looking for some good liquidity grab, and it can literally only be below here. So somewhere here. I would say it looks like an all-day runner today, because you got this massive gap to be filled, which is then there's a good target, which is also, yeah, there we go. Oh wait, but I did say initially support can turn into resistance, but it may as well not. We'll see. We will see what this move looks like. So, and I shall make a coffee. Right back. Yes, we're back. And we're gonna have a look what we do at this area. Obviously, we have just dipped into the gap and we're rejecting. But I'm not the kind of guy that tries to short this. Just waiting until yellow candles get violated, as always. So, pom-pom. Or maybe we want to look at a little bit of a VWAP. VWAP down here on the 1 hour. Probably doesn't get there. Just there for show. Come on, this is not enough. You can do better than that. We'll just dips a little harder. Also have this 1 hour level here. Big reaction from a little liquidity here, but it's obviously not good enough because we need a step. No step, no bueno. First step is up here. But it's obviously exactly the scenario that I just mentioned. We go down here and on we go. We continue the journey higher. But for now, we just wait until this comes back up here. Then we can decide, do we just want to FOMO long? or we wait for a secondary trapped short somewhere. Good, this is now perfect, so the point of control also moved higher. Basically, if this instantly closes higher, I mean, my bias was higher, right? This is exactly what I said. Dip lower, and now you can continue the journey higher. Exactly the level. So now we just need a little confirmation. So we don't need this, we don't need that. The biggest, fattest line has worked. So if this stays red, nope. Oh. Obviously, I keep my eyes peeled on this step. I keep clicking on here. As long as this step is not violated, this is not confirmed to be the low. And you can still continue going lower. Just FYI. Where else do we have liquidity? $230. So we don't need that. Just slice through the point of control there. Boom, boom, boom. Obviously, we're looking for yellow candles. They have to be yellow. So this yellow candle criteria sort of became a cornerstone in my trading. So we are in fact going lower and lower and lower. Yeah, this needs a bit of a violation of yellow candles. So this would look great on a 1 minute basis. But not when you completely lose it now. It doesn't look great. $253 is also the last 5 minutes, so this becomes quite important. I mean 15 minutes this year. So. Good old opening range. So now we're just waiting for some structure to be built so that we can go back up. As such, this is a good structure. This may want to go now. A bullish engulfing just below the opening range. Generally a good sign for reversal. Let's have a go with this right into VWAP. But it's bullish engulfing nevertheless. Generally doesn't fail me. Let's see if this works out. Stop loss below the bullish engulfing. We shall say 5 minute also bullish engulfing. We'll have a look. But obviously everything can fail. Yeah, this doesn't look good. And we're getting stopped out of this. Well, that's when 5-minute bullish engulfing instantly gets denied. Cannot win all of them. Now we wait for the next one. There's good liquidity here. It really wants to go all the way down. We need structure again. A low step and then a reclaim. Just take this liquidity, would look very nice. Take it. So that's now the liquidity taken. We're just gonna go for previous day lows or what? Surely gotta turn around somewhere. So this is looks very nice for reversing here. So 3 o'clock can be a good low. So this would be one. So as soon as we close higher than here, my prerequisite will be that this is not closed through. Why am I not looking for shorts? Well, the short train has left. Well, but this scenario doesn't seem to be working. As in, that's not printing. So that's the last 1 hour level. This now. Needs to turn around somewhere here if it wants to turn around, but this is a 43 point stop loss, quite long. This is now 3 o'clock. Good place, good time for a reversal. So in a situation like this, it's good to be patient. I would say the main move has already been done. This is a good place for reversals on a good level, on a good time. And of course you can be all wrong and we just take the lows here. That's fine. You're just not reversing. But at the same time also not getting any interest signals for a short. Any short would have to do a retracement and then you continue violating a bullish engulfing. Similarly to here, this was the only one. And yeah, keeps dumping. Did anyone mention support into resistance? Seems to have worked. This is now a bearish engulfing 4 hour. It seems that my setup is still taking a while. This just wants to keep going lower and lower and lower. But this is also good. Oh, this is now perfect for going the other way. That's exactly what I was waiting for, by the way. So this is a bit too much of a stop loss. So I'm just gonna enter on the 1 hour level again, 194. So this is brilliant. And now I'm looking for a higher low. Pretty much around here. This would of course be perfect if we somewhere here print a yellow candle. something like that. Actually, just wait until this one gets violated. So this would be the secondary entrance. Entry. So that's the 1 hour retouch. And this would be the last demand retouch. Just make another one and then pump out of here. But I on purpose don't long this for now. So this would be an order block. Would be even better if you make another green and a yellow. Then I would buy stop above here. But because everything is just pointing down, I don't want to take the first entry. I want to see some sign that yellow candles are getting violated. Otherwise, this is exactly what can happen. And nothing is lost. That's when you realize a little bit of experience goes a while. And I'm still waiting. So this appears to be a 1 minute. 1 minute I couldn't close below. But without a green candle, I cannot do nothing. Also the 5 minute would look good. But I just want some structure to be built. I'm not taking the first bullish engulfings. I've tried that too many times. And then it just backfired. So far no candle. Close. But we can do another one. Please, another one. And then since there is no leg, we still need a little bend. Like this is needed. Otherwise, cannot call this a low. Just basic market structure. This has to take the low once more. And now you have to close above here. Now you have a bit of a chance of this being a low. And that's actually good, because now the 5 minute also has an order block. So this can and should actually take the lows. Yeah, this is again not a liquidity grab. It is just a continuation. And I'll be back in a minute. So, what are we missing? Doesn't look like anything. It's nicely just wienering lower. So this is the last step. And yes, there is liquidity. You do not have to take the overall lows. Taking this Well, looks like we're just watching this today. Watch it going down 250 points, so I'm not in a rush. So, liquidity 1 taken. Good reaction. We can now assume that we're going higher. After we close higher, we gotta break one of those highs. So we can do this and then retouch. I'm just going for it now. Probably a bit premature. Yeah, it would have been easier to just wait for it down here again. Which means I actually... Oh no. Shit. So the beta entry would have been down here at the order block. And then bring it up here. Now I just have a stupid fill up there. Like this. Goodness me. What a bad fill. It's basically a bullish engulfing fill. So now I hope that the bullish engulfing holds. And if not, then not. Yeah, again, doesn't look great. Stupid. When it dumps, don't interrupt it from dumping. No meaningful moves higher. So now we don't have any levels anymore. Ran out of levels, would you believe that? Let's have a look. Any volume levels below here? There we go. 936. So there's a 4 hour. Any dailies? Yeah, while it dumps, don't interrupt it from dumping, huh? Oh, what did I say here? 933. 933 here. So, point of control. It's just absolute carnage here today. There's some liquidity. So I don't use fibs that often, but yeah, around here it looks nice. It just looks beautiful. If you look back, you just see it's going down, down, down. This one I could avert. So this one was a loser, this one I didn't take. Well, but I fell foul to this one because it took liquidity. So now I will be waiting for a 5 minute. Oh, this is liquidity and a point of control. Looks quite neat. That's the 4 hour here. Yep. So this looks juicy. Where's that? 850. Another 180 points down. Everything just red. Hasn't touched the 50 yet. So I would now wait for retracement to the 50. I think that is a good place to short. Completely fell out of here. Madness. Oh yeah, exactly. That's great. Yeah, we like that reaction. Just after I take two losers, this is where it turns around. But that's fine. below the 50.